Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Steph Jensen and today we are here with my guests who are here for the Quantum Refresh Retreat, and we're going to be talking about biohacking and different things that you can do to remediate your house from harmful electric and radio frequency fields and why they might have a negative impact on your body. So first let me introduce Dan and Renee.
Hi guys.
Hello.
And Dan is an electrical contractor, and his wife Renee has suffered for years from different health issues, and that's kind of what got them into this field. Dan works with different building biologists, and do you want to explain what that is exactly?
Well, people that have these issues like my wife does, they hire a building biologist to come in and diagnose these different issues with RF frequencies, dirty electricity, magnetic fields. Once they've diagnosed them, then we work together as a team, and I do the remediation because being a licensed electrician, that gives you the ability to do the remediation, but the biologists diagnose it.
Exactly. And Renee, you've had some issues, ongoing health issues, since your 20s really, and do you mind sharing how old you are now?
I'm 60, actually April 1st, I'll be 60.
And they look amazing for being in their 60s, right? And so we were just playing around. We're going to show you guys in a second here just how high the radio frequency is off of a Wi-Fi router. We have our meters right here, and we were just playing around with it, and Renee actually started to get a headache. And do you mind sharing kind of some of the differences that you felt when you're back home in the San Diego or LA area versus being here where we cut all this stuff off?
Well, it's kind of strange to experience no pain, which you really didn't realize you had a specific pain from EMF when you're constantly in the sea of it. But as you take the layers off, meaning that you get away from it, and then you realize who you really are and what you really feel, and then someone turns something on and you realize, oh my gosh, I have been living with this, which I really never knew was all these layers of electricity and EMFs and radar and radiation. So as we've taken them off, I've become more my true self, and I actually feel clear-headed. It's like I have a vice on my head and headaches. You turned it on and I was just amazed. Every time you do that, I'm like, or somebody does, I'm like, it's so amazing that I actually quickly respond, which I've lived 24/7 with that and had to cope with it. And then when you don't have it, you really can't cope with that.
Yeah.
It hits you way too hard.
Right, so we're going to show you 3 different things that you can do today at home to keep yourself safe from these things, but still be able to use modern technology. So we're going to kill the Wi-Fi in a second here, but first we're going to show you with our meter just how high it goes. We have a meter here. This is called the Electrosmog meter by Cornet, and it measures radio frequency, magnetic fields, as well as electric fields. So Dan, why don't you go ahead and show us, and I'm going to...
So the Wi-Fi is on now?
The Wi-Fi is currently on,
Okay.
so I'm going to come over here with the camera.
So we're going to put the meter, and we're going to watch it climb as we get close to the Wi-Fi.
Put it by the antenna a little bit more. There we go.
There you go, and it's climbing.
Yep. So you can see
Now we're up almost to red.
right? So red is where it's really not healthy for an individual. And this will go, you can measure this throughout your whole house.
Right. Especially sleeping.
Exactly. And so what are some of the effects that this might have on your body, Dan?
Well, Renee's experiences the headaches. She definitely feels joint pains, but there's a whole host of biological impacts that it has on our bodies. Every person is different, but now look at it. It's at extreme.
And
You
that's
do not
because
want
I
to
just-
sleep under that.
Yeah, I just moved the mouse on my computer, so it started
As soon as you
picking up
touch
the
it, it
signal.
starts picking the signal.
Exactly.
So, you know, the building biologists like to say where you stand, sit, or sleep are the ideal 3 places to remediate.
Exactly.
So, as you can see with these high readings, if you're going to be around this for a long time sitting or a long time standing, and then obviously sleeping, that would have biological effects.
And
Headaches, joint aches, you know,
Exactly.
fuzzy thinking, so on.
Yep, and distance is your friend, so being further away from the Wi-Fi router
Is
is
better.
absolutely going to help, but you can still, you know, have a lot of different things happen to your body. It's a foreign frequency, your body doesn't know what to do with it, and so really it's best to turn it off. So what we do here at the Quantum Refresh House is you might see these cords coming out of here. So these are Ethernet cables. I have my computer plugged into one, so I have kind of a funky computer setup here, but what I'm going to do is go ahead and disable the Wi-Fi, which I do by signing in. You can find the information on your router to sign in. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. I'm going to hit save, but first I'm going to go back over here and show you. Okay, so I just hit save. takes a second here
To
to
kick
turn
in.
off.
And
Okay.
now it dropped. Bingo.
So
It's showing you it's
that
low
is as low
as you could possibly get.
it will go. So to get this low of a reading, not have your Wi-Fi on and still have internet, what you would do is just use these Ethernet cables. I have connector cord here that I got from Apple. It's called Ethernet to Thunderbolt, I believe. And that's one way to keep your that RF.
We call that hard wiring,
Yeah, exactly.
like we did before we had Wi-Fi.
Right. Okay, so now we're going to show you what happens when we turn on our cell phones. We have another meter here that is called the
Safe and Sound Pro.
So we can turn that one on at the same time if you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna let
Right,
you
so
do
right now
that.
Dan's phone is on airplane mode.
Airplane mode, which
and-
means the antenna is off,
Exactly.
and we have fairly low reading.
Okay, so go ahead and turn it on.
Now we're gonna slip it. This is an iPhone, so it's just a swipe. Now it's off airplane mode, takes a few seconds. And you can watch it climb to extreme.
It's
Yes.
1,000,006 right now.
So on my digital meter, it reads in digital watts per meter squared, and look at it, 1.6 million.
Wow.
Now, a caveat to that is if we brought another cell phone in there, it's just not going to jump double. It's going to exponentially go up. So when you're in some place with a lot of phones, there's a lot of demand on those frequencies, and it's just off the chart.
Yeah. So what we do here is we mainly keep our phones in airplane mode, but we have adapters that you can use the Ethernet cord with the Ethernet cable, so that you can access the internet but not have all of this dangerous radio frequency coming into your phone. So now we're going to move into the bedroom and show you guys what happens when you have an electric field near where you're sleeping, and show you what that looks like on the meter. So we're going to walk over here real quick. There's the beach. Good views over here. Okay, so we have this light plugged in over here, and now we're switching the meter to measure the electric field. An electric field near where you're sleeping is especially important. Do you want to explain why, Dan?
Yeah, you don't want these electric fields whirling around your head while you're trying to rest.
Yeah.
So normally on either side of a bed, there would be a conventional plug. Here in Mexico, they put them high on the wall. In the States and Canada, they're usually low. But we'll put the meter next to the receptacle, and you can watch it climb. It's already at moderate.
Yeah, that's pretty high.
Pretty
if you look
high.
at the color on the side too, you can see that it's in the
That it's
orange.
climbing.
Yep. Okay.
And then we're going to get the same field when we put it on the cord that's plugged into the wall to make this lamp operate.
Yep. 215. Wow.
So it's big, and you don't want that near your sleeping area.
Yeah.
So to show you how you can easily remediate that, we can turn the lamp off and it will go down. See it cut in thirds, okay? But we can get it to even go lower if we just unplug the lamp, because right now there's current coming up this cord from the wall, but it stops at the switch. So
Show what
Steph
happens when
unplugs
you
it,
plug There we go. Goes down. That's about as low as it
and
goes.
what are we on? Yeah, 3.
3.
And we were at 33 or 39.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a considerable reduction. Now, if you want to do what Steph does here at the retreat, she turns the electricity off at night.
Yeah.
So back up here where you have a high reading at this receptacle in the wall, if you turn that circuit off,
Can we do it?
then this plug is dead. Obviously, the lamp would not work even if it stayed plugged in. So if
Yeah.
you're going to turn the electricity off, you're good to go with them plugged in or not. If you're not going to do that, you just want to be somewhere in the middle, you can just turn the lamp
Yeah.
off. But
So
we
now-
suggest unplugging, turning off the circuits.
Yeah, so that's better. So let's put the meter on the pillow,
Okay.
because this electrical outlet is very close to your head, but you can see that distance is your friend. So if you imagine maybe your cell phone being plugged into the socket next to where you're sleeping, that is creates
Charging
an electric
overnight.
field. Exactly. So it's best to not have things plugged in, near your head where you're sleeping, even in the same room. I think I usually keep my
Yeah,
phone in the bathroom
I
or the
agree.
kitchen, and
Yeah.
get a digital clock, not one that you plug into
Battery
the wall.
operated digital
Exactly.
clock.
Exactly. Battery
AA
operated.
battery lasts 1 year.
Yes. And but we actually turn off the circuit breaker here at the house because it's just that much better. You sleep so well, and you can actually, resonate with the Earth's more natural frequency, which is what we're all meant
Right.
to. We're built that way to utilize that frequency. And here at the house, I've talked about this before, But just off the coast here, we have, there was a crater that hit 65 million years ago, and it actually created a magnetic anomaly. So when you're here, you're able to, you have much more reduced EMFs, as well as a greater resonance, a greater frequency with the earth. Do you want to say anything about
because you're
that?
barefoot. You know,
Exactly.
we're electrical beings, and electricity needs to be grounded to be safe, and so we have electricity flowing through our body. So the more you can ground yourself on Earth, this is the ultimate place, because the anomaly we have here, the magnetism is
Magnetism.
very powerful here. So
Yes.
I don't think any of us had shoes on the whole time we've been here.
Exactly. So, you know, this is a wonderful place to take a break from all of that. If any of you are interested, you know, we still have openings in March to come down to the Quantum
It's
Reheat House.
amazing. It's amazing.
I love it.
I
Special
have felt
place.
wonderful, wonderfully healing, and just feel myself
Good.
in myself.
Awesome.
I'm happy to hear that. And then you can still, you know, even if you can't make it down here, you can still practice some of these things at home, turning off your Wi-Fi. And if you can't do it during the day, if you don't want to use these Ethernet cables, at least turn it off when you sleep. That's like the most important thing. And don't sit right next to it. Sit as far away as you can.
And these meters aren't that expensive. You can get the electric meter, you can get the RF meter. They're,
Yep.
you know, within several $100s to even less, and you can just
Exactly.
get 2 of them, and you can read the instructions. But we gave you an overview how it works. It's not that difficult,
Yeah.
and then you can remediate at your own
And then
home.
come to Stephanie's, because trust me, it's all done for you.
Yes.
We've done all this at home. It's
Yeah.
been wonderful. But I can tell you, if you just want to come and have it all done for you here and be taken care of really well by Stephanie, nature, and the setup she has there, it's been an amazing gift.
Well, understand, if you're going away on a vacation, you want to do it in a healthy fashion. So if you remediate your house and go through what we described, but then you go on vacation and enter into a Wi-Fi hotel or a Wi-Fi home,
Bad,
totally
yeah.
electrified, dirty electricity, you're going backwards. So you want to go someplace
There's no place
like
you can
here.
go like here.
This is the spot.
And what are some symptoms or even diseases that people might be experiencing from EMF sensitivities, which EMFs are what we were measuring today, that people might not even be aware of are caused by these things in their home?
Anxiety, not being able to sleep at night. People are shutting off their Wi-Fi and saying that's a coincidence. They're actually able to sleep. So
Mhm.
sleeping is the biggest thing. And brain fog. I'm here because I have a lot of memory loss and brain fog when I'm there. When I'm here, I'm much more clear-headed. I have no pain in my head, and I feel relaxed and calm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an amazing gift to be able to offer
Yeah.
this to people, from nature
Right.
to what you've given.
And remember, on this Wi-Fi, guys, it's like a parachute. You know, it's a big bubble over your building, or in this case, over our houses. So you can't just say you want to sleep on one side of the house and I'll get away from it. You can't. It's enveloping your entire house. You need to turn it off to feel these results.
And you've shut it off, Steph, and you've facilitated all the rest, so it's just amazing. I don't want to
Yeah.
leave.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
They're leaving tomorrow. Don't do it. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And everyone watching at
Bye-bye,
home,
guys.
thanks for watching.